living in a time of insecurities and uncertainties. But as we've learned from our fathers, we look towards the mountains where we can find our help, because our help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. To acknowledge his existence is to remember his providence. Therefore, allow me to say, the security of love is sustainability. It is fearless assurance with divine favor to maintain essential support and resources for the growth, maintenance, and longevity of an expected future. You see, love is extremely divine, and it's not just an added feature of our emotions. It is ineradicably inherent and transcendent in the very essence of our nature, in the very essence of our existence, and it serves as a fundamental basis of reality for our security and sustainability within the relationships of our lives. The word sustainability, from the Latin word, signifies to hold up. It means to support. The security of love, therefore, becomes the reality of sustainability. The love of God operates as a sustaining force in our lives, not merely an emotion, but a foundational reality that upholds our existence and enables personal transformation across multiple dimensions of all relationships we have with each other. Ladies and gentlemen, there are moments in our lives we feel like we're moving forward, and other times it seems like we're moving backwards because of the instabilities and uncertainties we face in our lives. There are also other times we find ourselves filled with high spirits and optimism, and we feel a powerful sense of satisfaction. We feel a powerful sense of accomplishment that indicates that we're moving in a higher dimension, a higher direction of life. But there are other times we find ourselves feeling discouraged and oppressed to a lower mental state of life because of the precarious predicaments of our living and the experiences of that moment that makes us feel vulnerable and insecure. I would like to encourage you right now that to experience the power of God's providence emanating through his love in your life, it requires that you learn to do this one thing. Rest in the loving kindness and assurance of God's goodness, and trust in the favorable mountain of the security and sustainability he provides. For those who put their trust in him will never be ashamed. King David declared, "Thy righteousness is like the great mountains." You see, a mountain is a symbol of things that are unmovable. God's loving kindness, his goodness, his security, and sustainability are unmovable forces of his care and presence in our lives. King David also advises, "Cast your burden on the Lord, release it, and he will sustain and uphold you. He will never allow the righteous to be shaken, slip, fall, or fail." I like what Peter says. He said, "Cast in all your cares, all your anxieties, all your worries, and all your concerns once and for all on him, for he cares about you with deepest affection and watches over you carefully." King David, in the wisdom of his counsel, declares this, "How precious is your steadfast love, O God! The children of men take refuge and put their trust under the shadow of your wings. They relish and feast on the abundance of your house, and you cause them to drink of the stream of your pleasures." Psalm 36. This relates to those who are trusting God. You see, divine love functions within the very fabric of their existence. Since God embodies the essence of being, the nature of his existence is inherently characterized by love. "Thou shalt make them drink of the streams, the river of thy pleasures." The word for pleasures is Eden, a reference to the delights of Eden, to what men enjoyed in paradise before the fall. The power of God's love wants to restore pleasures and sustainability for your life as a believer who trusts in him. No wonder why the word says, "Delight thyself in the Lord." Take pleasure in other words, he will give you the desires of your heart. The word Eden in Hebrew means delight or pleasure. As the epitome of beauty and perfection, it evokes a sense of joy and happiness that embodies positivity and affection of a loving presence. It reveals divine favor by the providence of God that Adam and Eve experienced with all of life resources. In those times, people enjoyed a life free of worry, work, and pain. They never aged and remained strong, living in constant celebration without any trace of hardship. To put it simply, they lived securely through God's providence and care. Today, the river of thy pleasures by Revelation indicates the recurring demonstration of divine goodness and favor that surpasses all boundaries and barriers, enriching our lives with meaningful expressions of God's love, security that is essential for our holistic sustainability in life. Let me remind you that love is the power that will sustain you. Love operates as a sustaining force, not merely an emotion, but a foundational reality that upholds total existence and enables transformation in all dimensions of your life. The sustaining power of love becomes evident through its ability to heal, provide, and restore wholeness, give security and sustainability in every dimension of your life. The test in your life right now is only designed to prove that God has already done for you exceedingly abundantly above all you may think or ask of Him. Ladies and gentlemen, today, the security of love is sustainability. It is fearless assurance with divine favor to maintain essential support and resources for the growth, maintenance, and longevity of an expected future for your life.
Here for you, VB TV. Here for you, VB.